I haven't been like excessively toasted on an episode in a while. This might break my recent tradition is just because I've been drinking since 7. Hello, friends. Welcome to Culture Doom. This is episode 422, I think. I'm one of your hosts. My name is Brendan. There's my beautiful co-host. His name is Alex.
Hi, my name's Alex. How's everybody doing today? Hold on. Somebody's freaking out now.
Come bring Nicholas on the show.
He probably has to go to the bathroom again. That's why he freaks out.
We'll start.
I'm like, dude, you need to go pee again.
Just go take care of your kid. We'll start over.
Meanwhile, Zachary's just like,
yeah, that's because he's my boy. He's my godson. My godson knows how to sleep, so I'm just saying.
It's because Nicholas is having fights with his blanket.
Ron, wake up, it's Leslie. Oh, God! Are you having a bad dream?
No, I suffer from a disorder called sleep fighting.
Wow, that must be terrible.
Only when I'm losing.
He's sleep fighting. No, do you know what I'm talking about? Ron Swanson,
Yeah,
like it's into
I
sleep
do know.
fighting.
You know what's funny about that show? I don't know. I don't remember any damn episode. Okay, Little Sebastian was like the one episode I remember about that program. Otherwise, it's just the Ron Swanson show. Like the only reason you would watch this show was for Ron Swanson. And you meet the actual actor in real life and you watch one of his stand-up things and you're just like,
I don't want to be
oh
mean.
my God, you are not who you thought you were.
I don't want to be mean to Ron Swanson's actor. I don't remember his name.
Nick Offerman.
Nick Offerman. He's a Chicago guy. I've seen him more than... Okay,
No,
he's an
he's
Evanston
from,
guy.
I think he's from...
Evanston guy.
He grew up on... See, this is the thing I can't stand about a lot of these people. Jack Packard.
Hey everybody, welcome to Culture Doom.
Welcome to Culture Doom, episode 422. A lot of these people that grow up in these like tiny little like farm towns and stuff like that, they like, I can tell that they hate that. And when they go to some place where they can try to be like, you know, make themselves big man on campus or something like that, they try to like put that past behind them.
Joliet. He's from Joliet. Born in
I
Joliet.
think he's born in Joliet. It was probably in the hospital, but he grew up on a farm.
He went to Manuka Community High School.
Yeah, he's from Manuka. Yeah.
BFA from BFA from U of I.
Yeah, I know, and he talks about his acting, his theater teacher and stuff like that. And he came here and he built this gazebo that's out of wood. And blah 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 blah.
Oh, the gazebo
He's married
story.
He's married to the chick who played Karen on Will and Grace.
He loves his wife though. So anyway, how are you doing, Alex?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm doing wonderful.
I can tell you are.
What did we have for dinner tonight? We had leftover gas station pizza.
Oh, can I say? So I visited Alex 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, it'd be 2 weeks ago at this point. Yeah,
and it has been a tradition for the last, I don't know, as long as I can remember, to get gas station pizza with you.
Time out of tradition.
We did not get gas station pizza the last time I visited.
Oh boy.
Also, I didn't get a photo with both of your kids. These are things that I notice as I'm driving home crying in my car.
Well, you open up the door of your car when you park and you get to your apartment and just
I told your
buckets
wife
of water come out.
Your Erica sent me 2 pics of me with Nicholas, and she was like, "Oh, we didn't get a group picture." And I was like, "Oh yeah, I remember that when I was standing at Casey's filling up my car, trying to pretend like I wasn't crying. Like I
could have pulled around. You could have come back right around.
Oh yeah, you would love me being like, "Hey everybody, let's get a picture together." It would have been weird.
You know, I would have been fine. No, it's
anyway.
Dude, we've gone to a bathhouse together, naked. You think that's
not what I'm talking?
You coming back and getting
different.
a picture would be weird?
Okay, that was you. That was us. That was a whole thing.
That was us. We're so good together.
We're so good together. You complete me, Alex.
For tax purposes.
Alex, you went and had a very fun time recently without me.
Yeah,
You went with your wife
my wife.
Were your
it was
kids
a
with
couples
you?
thing. No,
Okay.
they were family members.
Say who was taking care of the kids?
One of our aunts was watching the kids.
Okay.
We did a couples trip out to Noblesville, Indiana, which is located northeast of Indianapolis.
It's like 3 hours away from you.
2.5. Okay, it was 3. There was a little bit of construction and stuff like that.
2 hours and 50 minutes. Alex rounds down.
Yeah. But we went to go and see a concert that's been like 30 years in the making. It was the Smashing Pumpkins. And it was amazing. It was the best thing in my life.
Alex is such a millennial.
I don't care. It was probably like the one concert like I want to watch ever. There was 2 previous. It was the Pumpkins, and the other one would have been Oasis. And I had the opportunity to get tickets to Oasis, but I felt that $103 for like floor seats, 4 rows back, was a little too rich for my blood, and neither of those guys are going to get back together with the other because they hate each other, and they're brothers. So
when are we going to hit the point where we hate each other and don't like? We could just go off and do our own podcasts.
I tried to do my own podcast one time. And
Did you really?
Terrible.
Did you really?
Yeah, with my brother.
You never told me this.
It was terrible. It was called. There was one episode. It
Oh my
barely
God.
got done. It was called the Banana Split Project, and
Alex.
yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
Senpai. What you were? I had no idea you were trying to betray me and start your own podcast.
I think it was more going to be like a
I'm kidding.
kind of like what you and I talk about, like a lot of reminiscing and retro memories and stuff like that. And the member, it was going to be the original Member Berries podcast.
All right.
And it was probably started like in late 2000s, and it just.
Oh, okay. This was a long time ago.
This is a long time ago. Yeah.
Okay. I'm like
yeah.
that microphone you're using is copyrighted by the Culture Doom, so you can't do any other show with that microphone.
Yeah, it's got a what do
Unless
they
you
call
pay
that?
me a licensing
Inventory
fee.
sticker on it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's got a purchase inventory. So we got to go and see the Pumpkins. They had 2 bands open for them prior. Or they were kind of touring with. I don't remember what the name of the first band was. Something Sons. Or whatever, but then the band right before them was Interpol, which I guess more people
Interpol
know.
opened for them?
Yes.
I would have paid to see Interpol.
Oh, you're an Interpol guy?
Yeah.
Okay, I had no
Tonight the
idea.
bright right.
I was just kind of sitting there in my lawn chair and going like, where's my band? Get this MIDI keyboard
Interpol.
shit off of here.
Interpol was the dude.
I guess. I don't know, for your age demographic, they
For
might
my
be.
yes.
But it was more interesting to see, like, I was like, okay, this is like my first like real concert since I guess Lollapalooza. I haven't gone to that many concerts. Right before this was Garth Brooks in 2018, maybe.
Garth Brooks.
Yeah, which you know what you're going to. It's like you wear your flannel and your jeans and your boots, maybe a cowboy hat. And then before that was Lollapalooza 2007. Oh, actually no, REO Speedwagon. We did see REO Speedwagon here.
Oh my God, Alex, you are so white.
But then
I'm sorry, and I mean that in a good way.
I know I do too.
But
Yes.
it's like, but it's like Jesus Christ, dude. The last show.
Yes,
that
I know. It's great to be
The
that.
last show I saw live was at the Metro in like 2018, maybe 17. Earl Sweatshirt, which is part of Odd Future. Well, he was part of Odd Future. Kill Them All. Exactly.
Did you ever see Bone Thugs?
I've seen Bone Thugs live like 5 times.
Oh, well, I've seen the
saw them at
Pumpkins
the house
live
that-
once.
I've seen.
So-
You saw Bone Thugs live once?
No, I only saw the Pumpkins live once.
Oh, okay.
That was like a week ago.
I've seen Bone usually plays fairly frequently, like, well, up until 2017. House of Blues they'd show up and
I think I remember you mentioning that they were.
I went. Well, I'll put it this way: I saw it with Kate. Saw them with Kate. Saw them with Priscilla. Like there's like a 5-year gap there of other shows, but the last one I went to was with Priscilla, and we watched. And I have like my like video, like cell phone video, trying to rap with them while they're like. So embarrassing.
They're like a little kid on Christmas. Before like Speedway, but then like it was like 2007. It was Lollapalooza, so it was a whole bunch of bands, and then before that was I think in like 2002 or 2003 was one of those years. It was at Tinley Park with my brother, and we went to see. It was Green Day and Blink-182 were touring together.
Is Erica a fan of the Pumpkins?
I don't think so.
But she came because
I would say no.
Because she went with you because she loves you.
Yes, because she knows like how much this like means to me.
To you. Yeah. Did you have a good time with? Did she have a good time?
Yeah, I think she had a great time. Yeah, because we went with a friend of ours. Okay. Him and his wife. Which you kind of. I mean, I worked with the guy for 9 years and stuff like that, and we've kind of done stuff outside of it. So she gets along with the wife too, because they both enjoy their girl drinks and drinking and stuff like that and stuff like that. So, but they're good people and stuff like that. And they have goats. They own goats. So yeah, it was a great time. His brother came along too and stuff like that.
And then you guys spent the night over there, right?
Yeah, at the Wyndham.
You had a nice.
It was a nice
escapade
couples thing, and Erica was just like, she always gets this kind of like fun thing because she's always like, we haven't done something just the two of us for a long time because with the kids it's harder to, it's the hardest thing with trying to do something with your spouse or significant other if you have kids is that what do we do with the kids? We can't just they're not cats. You can't just leave out a bowl of food and some water. And
they'll
on,
be fine. They're just like
and be like, all right, we'll see you guys. Take care.
Speaking of your children, Alex.
Yes.
I hear that Ahsoka is a very popular series going on right now. That your children have also.
Popular. Yeah. It's very popular. It's 40% drop compared to the viewership for Andor,
which was 85% drop.
But Nicholas has gotten a liking to it because...
How did he even find out about this show?
So here's the thing. With Disney Plus, they always try to promote whatever's the new cool thing. Gendo. Sorry, are you okay over there? Because you just
I'm
fell
listening.
back.
I'm listening.
Okay, so he's kind of like that theory. I've told you this theory about how kids don't care about Star Wars. Like small kids, like his age, they have no connection to Star Wars. Really, they like it because there are certain things that they are attracted to, and his thing is the whole lightsaber thing. Because he plays Fortnite.
Okay, so the conversation...
He plays ranked Fortnite, so that's basically why.
I always bring Nicholas a present when I come visit. Mm-hmm. And I said, Alex, since Nicholas has moved on from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Paw Patrol, he likes Star Wars now. What's his favorite character in Star Wars? And Alex just goes, ... lightsabers.
Lightsaber is a character.
His favorite character is lightsabers.
Is a lightsaber. Because
fair enough.
Since that's what his association with it is because the whole Fortnite thing, and they did the promotion, and in the game you can get lightsabers, and depending upon what lightsaber you get, you have a certain specific force power with, like you get force lightning, or you have force push, or force throw, or whatever the thing is. So whenever he sees promos for it on Disney Plus on TV, he's like, oh, that's a lightsaber. I use those in Fortnite. Daddy, can I watch this show? Because they have lightsabers. And that's the reason why. It's like somebody would watch...
You let him watch it.
It keeps him off the streets and away from drugs.
Here's the guilt.
Here's the guilt.
It's all Alex's fault.
It could be worse. Anyways. So the latest thing is Ahsoka, because he's like, oh, Daddy, she has 2 lightsabers. I'm like, yes, they're 2 lightsabers. And You know,
See, this isn't even canonical. This is all.
I know, but here's let me. So
Alright.
I'm watching this show and I'm looking at this, going like, okay, this is a show. It's another show that they are trying to tie into prequel stuff, really, because her whole character exists in the Clone Wars TV show. So I'm kind of at this point now where I'm thinking, so Disney has admitted defeat to the old farts like us
Sequel
and older
trilogy?
guys. Yeah, the original trilogy. They know they're not going to get us back. They cock teased us with, Rogue One, which you and I both were just like, come on. And then the whole Solo thing nobody cared about because that was trying to get like the old people again. So now the next group that they're trying to target are the prequel kids. So the kids, they were like 6, 7, 8, 9 when the prequels came out, and that's what their experience is with Star Wars because they got to see Star Wars in that capacity in theaters. So now with this thing, since they're old enough and they have disposable income, hopefully at this point, that's who they're trying to appeal with, especially ones that watch like the Clone Wars cartoons and the movie and stuff. Otherwise, what is the point of introducing this character? There's no point whatsoever. In fact, they even got Hayden Christensen to come back yet again and play young Anakin in flashback scene.
Can I say, Anakin's lightsaber scenes are the best lightsaber combat that has shown up in Star Wars, just because freaking Hayden Christensen still has it. I would argue that all of these shows do not matter.
That's true.
None of this matters. Like, the fact is, there is no lightsaber that is white. There's not a lightsaber color. We have canonical lightsabers. They're red, green, and blue, and purple.
Well, now we have white.
Well, and yellow, according to the. I don't want to get it.
And purple. Well, here's the thing: the white ones, I'm pretty sure they were like either white or silver, which were the Imperial Knights colors that were the personal bodyguards for the young clone Palpatine in the Star Wars comics and the expanded universe. And there was also the lightsaber whip, which, me saying that, as ludicrous as it sounds, should not really be ludicrous anymore, because now the whole big thing with the lightsabers is that they have the double-bladed spinny helicopter.
Stop.
I know.
None of
but the
this
thing
matters.
is, like, if that was considered so stupid, why is this fully acceptable?
No, it's
the whole
not.
thing.
It's
I
not
know
acceptable.
It's not. It shouldn't
None
be,
of
but
this
for
is
some reason. I know. I understand. Everybody here is taking crazy pills. And also, I think amnesia pills, because they don't remember most of that stuff, it seems.
If anyone hears...
they're trying to find... they're trying to get... what's his name? Thrawn back. That's the whole point of this thing. They got rid of everything in the expanded universe, and now they're
I thought the Thrawn,
all
like
these
the
people
Thrawn
are back
trilogy,
now.
yeah.
Another thing with the whole Star Wars thing is, like, it brings into question Order 66. And the fact that...
Yes, this is
Order
a
66
weird thing right now.
Order 66 is canonical. And it was supposed to be this massive
it's
Jedi purge, but now...
canonical.
Right, it's prequel, but since they're bringing characters from the prequels into the current thing, Order 66 was a complete and utter failure, in my opinion, because it's like, how effective were you in terms of hunting down the Jedi? Because... or any type of Force user at this point, because I feel like even whatever Force users that were dark or Sith or something, supposedly there was only the rule of two. There was only Palpatine and his apprentice. So if you have Vader, which is the apprentice, and you have Sheev running the show, would they not have also gone after dark side or dark Force users during the purge, and not just Jedi, just to basically try to, as a security precaution?
You know the answer.
For insurance.
You know the answer to this question.
It doesn't matter. None of the stuff matters.
None of this matters because Disney changed everything.
Mm-hmm. And I hope they sell it, and somebody else can go and right its ways.
I will look forward to being alive when Disney crumbles. Like, they're on their way for sure.
As
Like,
much as I like that company and I have great memories, I just feel like they need to have the Microsoft.
humble.
They need to be broken up. Like they're already in the. They're trying to sell ESPN. They're trying to get rid of ABC. There's talk about them trying to separate the production side and the theme park side separately of each other. They need their own video game crash type of thing. I personally, at this point, if I had my money, if I was going to go take the kids on a vacation, I would take the kids to go and see Universal because they love Minions. They've got they got Nintendo. They got Harry Potter. I'm like, let's go and watch some Harry Potter. Let's go do some Harry Potter stuff. You know, all the other. I feel like you get more bang for your buck.
Your kids like Harry Potter? They don't know.
I showed Nicholas the video where they replaced the wands with clocks.
They're too young. They don't know their opinions yet.
It's.
We'll talk after the show. I have something to talk to you about. So speaking of space disasters, Alex.
Yes, speaking of space disasters.
Mexican Congress holds hearings on UFOs featuring purported alien bodies. So this is
just pull them out of a filing cabinet.
This is a weird scenario where my sensibilities intersected with Alex's sensibilities when we were trying to
posting on X.
Yeah, we were trying to come up with like the show, which we come up with. Yep, we both have our we take our notes over the last 2 weeks and then like compare notes.
Yeah.
Very rarely is there
That's how we've always done it.
Like we agree
that
on
Venn
something.
diagram. It's a Venn diagram.
But this one was right there.
But you know what? Here's what's funny about this.
Well,
I'm not shocked by this.
This is what's funny about this.
I know it looks like it looks like somebody made like a little clay figurine. Here's my thing. I am not shocked by this at all whatsoever because what have we been hearing for the past year and a half? All these things suddenly coming out about extraterrestrials and UFOs and unexplained phenomena that have been seen in the skies at night or in the daytime, and they're like, well, we supposedly have things and blah blah blah, and there's this kind of like slow unraveling of all these possible things that the governments now are kind of coming to explain, basically coming to like, you know, to the forefront, saying like, yeah, we've got stuff that's going on and we've been covering this up. We're not going to say in depth as to what they are, but yeah, we've been aware of things occurring, and this one apparently is the most concrete. I mean, apart from some black and white photos from Roswell, like this is the most closest thing that we can have of actual aliens or purported extraterrestrial bodies.
I mean, it's a little nebulous,
right? They look good.
So I mean, do they?
I mean, whoever they got it from on.
I'm just gonna say we're gonna talk about Junji Ito in a little bit. So just remember this shot when we talk about Junji Ito.
I can remember what episode it is too.
Mexico City, September 13th. Mexican lawmakers heard testimony that we are not alone in the universe and saw the alleged remains of non-human beings in an extraordinary hearing marking the Latin American country's first congressional event on UFOs. I'm drunk, so I'm just saying. I mean,
dude, we're talking about aliens.
In the hearing on Tuesday on FANI, F-A-N-I, the Spanish acronym for what are usually now termed unidentified anomalous phenomena, UAP. Politicians were shown two artifacts that Mexican journalists and longtime UFO enthusiast Jaime Maussan thank you, claimed were the corpses of extraterrestrials. The specimens were not related to any life on Earth, Mausen said the two tiny bodies displayed in cases have 3 fingers on each hand and elongated heads. Mausen said they were blah, 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 blah. Okay, here's the thing. I haven't been, like, excessively toasted on an episode in a while. Just look at this. What is this? What are they doing? Why are they humoring these people?
I don't understand why it's like the body is. I understand there's a body, but it looks like it's laying on like a little bit of dirt or dust or something like that, like a little mound of some sort. But the head looks a little elongated, kind of like a crystal skull, maybe.
Alex, do you believe? This is a two-faceted question.
Yes.
Do you believe in that there are extraterrestrials?
Yes.
Or okay, is that yes?
Yes.
Aliens? Do you believe in aliens?
I believe that there is someplace, somewhere in the universe, there has to be some sort, because the law of probability.
Yes,
I don't give a care
agree.
what Neil deGrasse Tyson said some BS about saying like, oh, well, we're the only living thing. And it's like, dude, every time somebody has this great dream about possibly having life on other planets and being the major driving force behind space exploration, I'm not far behind you, buddy. Space exploration. You go and just like pull the rug underneath them and say like, oh well, you can't do faster than light travel. You can't do. There's no such thing as aliens. And it's like, asshole.
Well, okay.
I mean, you go down the ocean and find those creatures are scary.
Okay. Do you believe in intelligent life in the galaxy that could contact us?
I think so, yeah, because we're doing the same thing. We're trying to we're sending out those message. We have those giant
but nobody's responded. We're all very far away.
If you have a clingy girl that you broke up with and she keeps on texting you all the time,
my position is it doesn't matter. Like, we can all believe, and I kind of fall into I don't know if it's the Fermi paradox, but like if there's anyone out there who can find us, who is smart enough,
why haven't they done it already?
They're too far away. There's no way that we find each other. And the kind of logical conclusion to that is that any society that can do that, they're before they can actually achieve that.
Yeah. Or they saw some of our reality TV shows and they're like, no. Skip them. Next planet.
I'm pretty humanist. Sorry. I'm pretty humanist.
No, I honestly do.
But I don't think it's beyond the realm of reason that I don't believe that there's been any UFO who's visited here and been like, you guys seem interesting. I don't believe in UFOs. I just don't.
Well, and if it's not some sort of like, if
I'm not arguing with you. I'm just
saying. And at the same flip side, it's like if they're not necessarily some sort of like sentient being that is capable of, developing and harnessing, faster than light speeds or technology and stuff, they might be something like, simplistic creatures that you would find playing, a random planet on No Man's Sky or something like that, But for some of these, NASA space people, these astrophysicists, they say like, oh, it's impossible that you got like, if space is truly as endless and infinite as you make it sound to be, why couldn't there be a possibility that something occurs in the same exact, scenario that it did here on Earth on another planet? That's what I get pissed off about. It's like, then why are we giving you money to do research on space when you're just going to say, oh, there's nothing out there? And it's like, great, we're yanking your grants.
But okay.
And then they're just like, wait a second.
Just to go back to the article, Who the in the government looks at this and is just like, all right, I believe this. So, updated Starfield.
Yeah, so Starfield, I've been playing a little bit more Starfield. They're going to be doing some, Bethesda said they're going to do DLSS and some other things and stuff like that, changing your field of view slider. Great, wonderful. Things that should have been in the game to begin with. But I finally actually made an attempt at trying to build my own spaceship, which really wasn't. I don't think you can actually build a ship from scratch, as far as I know. I feel like you can upgrade and change some components, in which, when you try doing that, I feel like they should at least give you an option, and there's probably going to be a mod for it, where you actually can take a look that, hey, I've built my ship, I've got all new pieces, let me take a look and see what the inside of the components look like. Because when you're inside the ship, like the pieces you're trying to move around and stuff, you don't really get an ability to see what they look like on the inside when you're going to be inside your ship. It's more like, hey, these things look cool, they have what parameters and size I need, but I'm not going to know what it is like until I actually get inside the ship. And I did steal my first ship in the game, which was kind of fun. It was a bunch of mercenaries. I stole the ship from them. And then another ship I stole, which was with a bunch of colonists. I murdered them all.
How did it go?
Well, I made a second character. I think I told you I made a second character that I'm going to play as like my villainous kind of guy that's going to be with, the pirates and stuff like that. And I feel like in this game, compared to previous Bethesda games, it's a lot easier to play as like a villain, because I feel like in both Fallout and Elder Scrolls, if you try to do some shenanigans, you'd get hit pretty badly, and a lot of people wouldn't want to interact with you. I feel you did have more opportunities to operate with more like near duels in Elder Scrolls, because you had the Dark Brotherhood and you had Thieves Guild, as opposed to Fallout, which you kind of really don't, in a sense. So this one, I think that if you join like the Crimson Crimson Fleet, the Crimson Fleet, which are like organized pirate clans, and then there's like Spacers, which are kind of, I would say Spacers are sort of like the Starfield equivalent of Raiders.
It's weird they have Spacers, because the Outer Worlds were the Spacers guilds.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying. But like, so are you having more fun these days with? I haven't been like excessively toasted on an episode in a while.
I do like I haven't really delved that much into the main storyline and stuff, because I think that if you start it at a certain point, then you have this companion, and so I'm kind of doing a lot of side missions.
Who's your main companion?
There's like this chick that's in Constellation that I haven't. Are
you going to romance her? That's the.
See, I don't understand what the point of romancing characters in Bethesda games are, because you don't do anything with it.
Because you're gonna
There's no
them, Alex.
penis slider.
No, oh yeah, there is.
Yeah. I don't know, my companion, every time I've played these games, any of these games, my companions just become like a pack mule, and I'm just like, here, take all this crap, because I would have capacity anymore.
I see, I'm too like empathetic to give my companion too much to carry, because I feel bad. Like you are just exploiting like the limits of the video game.
Child labor.
Yeah.
Nick Valentine, carry these 5,000 rounds of weapons.
I just
you have no say in the matter. You're a synth. But I mean, this
hard, man.
I'm trying to make my. It's a different game. I have to say that it is a different game. It's a new thing that they're trying out. Hopefully, if they ever down the road make a Starfield 2, they will learn from this lesson. Also, I hope that they will actually make a new engine from scratch, or at least buy it. Or they have Microsoft money; they can do it. But the problem is, like, people are saying also, and I would have to agree, that if you guys are going to be using the same engine, and if you're going to make game like Creation Engine 3.0 for Elder Scrolls 6, it's going to be the same issues you're having now, and you just need to you have to stop with this. Right. You have to.
No, you're. I mean, the complaints against Starfield are not wrong. Mm-hmm. It's just more that I have low expectations for these games. So the versions of the game that I'm hearing, it's basically, to me, Starfield meets, No Man's Sky meets Fallout 4. I think it's the best thing. Like, what I hear is that, and because of that, your review last week and other reviews I've heard made me pick up the expansions for the Outer Worlds. Mm-hmm. And I'm having a really good time. Playing the expansions that I paid for and then never did anything with. Yeah. I'm like, oh yeah, it's fun. This is fun. Yeah.
Honestly, if you want to play Starfield but have it be done by the same people that made Fallout New Vegas, that's why you get Outer Worlds.
I think the writing's fun in Outer Worlds. I know other people are not having,
and they're making a sequel to it.
Yeah, I think they're going to learn their lesson that people were complaining about. But overall, you can definitely feel the sardonic position and the sardonic voice behind what they're writing. So
and here's the thing. I mean, the best thing, I guess, at this point, everybody could agree in a sense. The best thing to come out of Starfield is that it is getting people to take a second look at other
games
space
that nobody
games.
Outer Field, the Outer Worlds, people were very grumpy about when it came out. And it's dude, okay, gameplay might just be kind of normal, but the writing is really good. It's really good. It's fun. It's a fun game.
Yeah, and they're taking a second look at No Man's Sky. They're taking a second look at Elite Dangerous.
Yeah.
Don't touch Star Citizen. We all know what it is.
I don't.
But
care.
Other or it's what did you honestly expect this game that was made by Bethesda to somehow be on par with something like Elden Ring, or when they remade Final Fantasy VII or something like these grandiose? It's come on. It's don't act stupid. You guys are the same people who buy the same version of John Madden football and then complain that it's the same as the previous version. What?
I think Starfield is probably a 3 pots of gold game when all is said and done. A year from now, when I buy that game on Steam for $30, I'll be like, oh, this is really good. This is fun. I'm gonna do my thing and
thank you for listening to Culture Doom. We appreciate your patronage. Hopefully, we brought you some entertainment, some smiles, some goofiness and laughter. Hope and joy. Disney's collapsing and it's a burning brush fire. Anyways, on behalf of Brendan, this is Alex saying, Dopa Bacino. Until next time, I'm Culture Doom.